question you ask. For those joining on Zoom, use the raise hand function, and if time permits, we will get to those. And lastly, no video recording in this room whatsoever. With that, Coach Smart, remarks on the contest.
Congratulations to Coach Izzo and his team. Thought they played with great aggressiveness, particularly early in the game and at the very end of the game. And those two stretches were the difference in the outcome of the game. I thought our guys showed incredible character and fight to bring us back from being down 13 early to having a 3-point lead in the first round of the second half. Offensively, not one of our best games. I think Michigan State's aggressiveness, their physicality affected us. There's a lot of plays we'd love to have back, but when you're in the NCAA tournament, you can't get plays back. And it's a tough pill to swallow for us. This game does not define, the season that these guys next to me had or the season that our team had. But what it does do is it knocks you out of the NCAA tournament. That's how it works. It's a one-time single elimination deal. And as sweet as it feels to advance, that's even worse to lose.
With that, we'll open up for questions for student athletes first, and then we'll save questions for Coach Smart at the end. Right here.
Tyler, 6 turnovers for you today. How much was the thumb a factor?
Yeah, it wasn't an issue at all. There's no excuses for those. Just trying to be out there for my team and command the game, and I didn't do that today.
Henry Weinberg with the RotoWire. Tyler, what was tough about all the pressure and defense that Michigan State threw at you?
Yeah, I felt like we never got into a rhythm. Like Ben said, we turned the ball over a lot. 16 turnovers, I think that's unlike us. And if you turn the ball over, you're not gonna get a shot up because it's going the other way. So I just thought they took us out of our rhythm. Like Coach said, they're a little more aggressive than we were.
Omax, this might be hard to answer now, but in the coming days, when you think about all that you guys accomplished this season, how do you balance that against the disappointment of losing today?
It's really disappointing right now. Everything we've accomplished this season, and to go out like this, and to be part of something so special with these guys. It's gonna definitely hurt for the next couple of days and maybe longer even. It hurts now, and we're gonna see how we feel later.
Tyler, you guys have got so many players that can come back next season. How do you take this? How do you use this as motivation going into next season?
Everything we experience is an opportunity for growth. This game included, last game included, our whole season. I feel like we've grown more than any team in the country. And going into next year, we want to keep growing, keep building, and go from there.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Right over here.
Omax, a career season for you as well, shooting the ball and being one of the most efficient transition players in the country. What do you think your next step is to keep growing offensively?
Just getting better at my game. Growing, my shooting, my ability to finish, and just keep going on all the areas of my game. That's what the offseason is there for, and that's what I'm going for.
Tyler, Omax, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach Smart, right down here in the middle.
Shaka, with the physicality of Michigan State's defense, how hard was it just to find cracks in their gaps?
Well, I thought there was a couple stretches of the game where our guys did a great job finding ways to get in the paint. It's a strange stat sheet because we made 11 threes and they made 2. But we only made 9 2-point shots the whole game. That's, it's probably a record low for us. We're normally very, very good finishing when we get in the paint. Michigan State did a really good job of help defense. They did a great job with their hands. We're going to look back at that tape, Ben, and there's a lot of things a lot of plays we're going to would like to have back. I thought we got bottled up a little bit too much on the side. When we were in the middle of the floor, we had a little bit more success. But Coach Izzo and his team, they deserve all the credit in the world for the aggressiveness with which they played.
Michael Presti, NCAA.com. Shaka, as exhilarating as basketball can be, sometimes it can be a little cruel too. What do you say to Tyler after just a tough day like this?
I mean, we're not even in this position if it's not for Tyler. He's been phenomenal all year long. He's been a great leader. You know, beyond any of the statistics, beyond being Big East Player of the Year, he's a winner, and he's a guy that sets the standard every day, the way that he conducts himself, the way he is as a teammate. You know, today does not define him. This game does not define him. But, you know, we're as big boys, we have to accept the fact that in the NCAA tournament, one game like this can knock you out as a team. Tyler didn't lose us the game. We lost the game as a team, starting with me. And that's how we do things. It's a together thing. It's not about one player. And I'm really proud of Tyler.
Shaka, you've called this one of your favorite teams. What are you going to remember most about this season?
I mean, ask me in a week. I have a better answer for you. I'm big on appreciation, and I think that this group, as much as any that I've been around, has had a true appreciation for every moment, every opportunity that we've had, whether it's been in front of you guys or not. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we've done behind the scenes, going back to the summer. You know, Ben, our guys went up to Travis Diener's spot and played a pickup game against the TBT guys in the middle of the summer. And, I think they kind of surprised themselves with how competitive they were. And really that set a tone with what we could be, what we thought we could be, which is better than most people gave us credit for. And our guys all year long didn't flinch, from any expectations or any changes or any opponents. Tonight, Michigan State deserves credit. I mean, they really came at us with aggressiveness. We got off to a tough start. I thought we expended a ton of energy digging out of that hole, and maybe that impacted our energy down the stretch.
Next on the right side, here in the black coat.
Ty Belcher, Ken Wired. Coach Smart, you talked about how this offseason you guys went up to play some TBT guys. With so many of your players being so young, what type of things are you going to harp on this offseason with some pivotal players such as like Sean Jones having their first offseason in the program? So what type of things will you guys go?
I think the first thing is for our guys to get some rest. I mean, they've, as much as any team I've been a part of, they've really invested and poured themselves into this team and this season. And if you've not been through it as a player, it's hard to have a full appreciation for what's asked and required of these guys to be at a championship level from August until March. So they need to get some rest, get some time away. And we've got several guys on our team that, have some of the bumps and bruises and things that come up over the course of the season. So we have some guys that maybe need some extended time off the court. But then, it's about coming back together after that and remembering why, you chose to do this in the first place, and then getting better. Our program's about relationships, our program's about growth, and our program's about victory. And this group has done a phenomenal job honoring those things. Tonight's result doesn't take away from that one bit.
Our last question for Coach will come from Zoom. Christopher, go ahead and identify yourself, please.
Hey, Coach Smart. This is Chris Heidel from Purposeful Radio in Baltimore. Sorry about the loss tonight. Take a look, if you get a chance in the next couple of weeks, what do you like about your first season at Marquette, and what do you guys have to improve on so you guys don't have this type of game next year in the tournament?
This was actually my second season at Marquette. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I love the environment we have at Marquette, support system we have. I work for two great guys, and most importantly, I love our players, getting to work with them every day. What we need to do to improve so that we don't have a game like this again. I mean, there's a lot of things basketball-wise that we can look at and do better. I think getting a year stronger, a year tougher, gaining all the experiences that we had from this year and applying those in the coming year. You know, I'm excited. You know, pretty tired from, you know, everything that's gone into this year, but I think once all of us get a little bit of rest and come back to it, the level of enthusiasm and excitement for what we can do moving forward will be as high at Marquette as it is anywhere in the country.
Coach, thank you for your time.